So if you wholesale real estate and you're looking for something new that's going to teach you something or help you improve, I promise this video is going to help you out. So my partner and I have been closing a lot more novation contracts recently. In the past, we used to lose a lot of deals where the seller wanted too much but didn't want to go through the entire full-on market process. But with novations, we're actually able to make those exact kind of sellers work and turn them into contracts, opposed to just saying, you know what, sorry, we can't give you that cash offer. And a novation for a seller, in simple terms, is kind of just a white glove exit. You lock in a price with the seller, something that they're happy with, and then you do the rest of the heavy lifting, which is listing it on the market. Of course, you need specific contracts like a novation agreement, your original purchase and sales agreement. You have to have power of attorney to actually go sell this house for them to keep the difference in between from what you told them you would get them, but you can worry about that later. But the point is, we're able to get the seller more because we're dealing with end buyers who are probably going to use conventional lending. There's actual approvals involved and it takes longer, but if you're dealing with a seller who's in a situation where they're like, you know, I don't really need that cash offer, but if you can get me more, I'm willing to sit around longer and wait for it. I don't care how you get me it. And you might be thinking, well, why wouldn't this person just go list it themselves? A lot of these people don't want to deal with that whole entire process. You're essentially saying, hey, look, you want 100,000? Perfect. We're going to get you that. We'll handle everything else. You just sit back, move out when we tell you to. And this isn't like a traditional assignment because there's no assignment on the HUD. You are just replacing yourself on title with a retail buyer. Seller gets what they want. We take the spread in the middle. It closes exactly like an agent transaction, except there was no agent involved. This is extremely useful because a lot of wholesalers don't understand this, especially beginners, and it kind of gives us that edge where the people that were cold calling them saying, hey, I'll give you this much for your property, those people aren't actually pitching this idea to them. And then when they get pitched this idea, they're like, oh, I didn't realize this was even an option. So it's good in those markets where a cash offer isn't really going to make sense. And I always say this, if you guys are in the Discord, we go over this pretty heavily. We'll walk you through. If you have a deal where you're like, I don't know if this could be innovation, drop it in general chat. We will gladly tell you. I think overall, the whole entire point of this video is if you're going to pick something, another exit strategy or another tool to put in your tool belt, it's get an understanding of novations. Because I promise, so many of you are dealing with people who want too much money, but you don't realize that if you pitch them a novation exit, and it's usually pitched as an equity protection program. I know some people disagree with that, but for us, it personally has worked the most. You are going to be able to take advantage of leads and actually profit off of leads that were going to die if you didn't have this in your arsenal. So like I said, if you're new to this and you're thinking, okay, I have no clue how to do novation, join the Discord. And you can also just go on YouTube too. You have no excuse. Just please improve daily. That's the whole entire goal. If you want to scale within wholesaling, you have to be improving daily.